Okay, boxing fans, a few people have been asking me for my Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez predictions, and to be really brutally honest, I wasn't really going to do one, but a few people have asked me for it, so I'm going to predict the hell out of it. Anyway, I was going to stop doing videos after the last two pay-per-view, disgraceful decisions. I was going to stop doing videos, and I was probably going to give boxing a bit of a backseat, but you can't really do that, especially when I was looking at the reasons why I was doing it, and I came to the conclusion I don't monetize my videos. There's no point. I don't feel like I want to. I'm part of the do it for free crowd. You know, the second thing was I'm not doing it for the likes of Manny Pacquiao. I'm not doing it for Marquez. I'm not doing it for Bradley. I'm doing it for the little man. I'm helping, or I'm trying to help, even if it's just one or two people, trying to get them to watch, other types of boxing, the other boxing that you don't really see on HBO, the ones that are selling out the small halls, the guys who are, really putting down good fights but get no publicity whatsoever. That's why I'm doing it, and for that reason, I'm going to predict the fucking hell out of this Juan Manuel Marquez versus Manny Pacquiao #4 fight, and I'm entitling this video Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez, 3 reasons not to buy this fight. And firstly, I'm not telling you don't watch the fight. Get it clear, okay? I'm not saying do not watch the fight. I'm telling you not to buy it. Don't buy it. In the USA, if you live there, it's being sold at $60, right? While in the UK, it's only $15. So yeah, £15, £15, right? So do you think that the difference is value for money there? There's another somewhere between the USA and the UK, but another $15 has been added on to the pricing, or maybe more. About $20 has been added on to the price. Why? Because they know, especially people in the UK, are not stupid enough to buy it, right? Because number one, this is not a value for money fight. Nobody has asked for this fight. I don't ever remember listening to any videos, reading any boxing websites and looking at people who matter in boxing and watching them say, wow, you know what I want to see? Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez 4. No one has asked for it. We know what they're going to fight like. Manny's going to come forward, doing his charge forward as usual, and try and wear down and beat up Juan Manuel Marquez, while Marquez is going to stick on the back foot and really kick up a big stinch and try and counterpunch the hell out of Manny Pacquiao to a unanimous decision victory. The only thing is, you're not going to get any type of decision against Manny Pacquiao, or you shouldn't do, or you definitely won't do after he got robbed in his last fight. And Marquez got robbed in his last fight against Pacquiao too. So who are they going to rob this time? Is it going to be a fair decision? No, definitely not. Both boxers are going to have success. Let's get real. Both of them are going to have success at times. Both are on the slide. You don't think Marquez is on the slide? Marquez is totally on the slide. He's flat-footed. He only fights Manny Pacquiao exclusively now. Yeah, he's not had to prove himself. People are talking about people like Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. You've got to fight some young guns coming up. Who's Marquez for? Who's Marquez for? Who's at the top of his game as of late? No one. He's not for no one. He is not for anybody as of late. And if you think that Fedchenko was a decent bloke, look where he is now. He's fighting back at the European level. He wasn't even at world level when he got the shot at Marquez. It was a joke fight. Both these guys will have a bit of success. I'm not going to lie in this fight, they will. But not enough success to get a knockout. And if you want me to go even further, look at the series of the fights. They're all, in terms of excitement, regressing. The first one was very exciting. The second one was less exciting. The third one wasn't exciting. And this one's going to be a ball fest. It's just a simple, downward spiral. That's what it is. Reason number 2. And you got to look at this. Bogus decisions. Every single time Top Rank put on a pay-per-view fight or, fight series or something like that, there's a robbery on the scorecards. The judges end up having a stroke on the scorecards. Juan Manuel Marquez versus Manny Pacquiao #3 was bad, and it was followed by Rios versus Abril, which was bad, and then they followed that by Manny Pacquiao versus Bradley, which was comical. It was just comical. And look at his career now, by the way. Timothy Bradley, it took a nosedive. What's happened to him since? I've not heard anything from him. I've not heard of him fighting anyone. He's not getting any fights, and you can't say, oh, nobody wants to fight him now because he beat Manny Pacquiao. No, they don't want to fight him because they know they won't get it on the scorecards. That's the truth. Kell Brook, right, didn't get turned down a fight with him. Oh, Kell Brook's a coward. Well, he's now fighting Devin Alexander, who just came off a great fight over Maidana, and then followed it up with a victory for a world title. So he's not really a coward. He's fighting a world title fight. He just thinks he's got a better chance of getting a decision over Devin Alexander, which also is comical, than he has over Timothy Bradley. That's the truth. That's the truth of it, right? And then they followed that one up, by the way, because this is the best one, versus Rios versus Alvarado. Yeah, and let's look at the scorecards on that. Everyone, you're going to go, that ended by knockout. That ended by knockout. What do you mean? Look at the scorecards. Look at the scorecards. The judges had Rios 2 or 3 points ahead at the stoppage. That was without counting stoppage. 2 or 3 points ahead. The general consensus was Alvarado was 2 rounds up before the stoppage. The truth is, Top Rank have not leveled boxing in, their boxing's credibility in a while since Bradley Manny Pacquiao, really. That was the last time, boxing really took a leveling in its credibility. That was the last time it really did. Right, so that means it's coming up. It's soon. It's going to be this fight. It's going to take another leveling. Top Rank are going to level the credibility of boxing again. Bob's looking to make Manny Pacquiao versus Brandon Rios in the middle of 2013. So do you actually believe a guy who's just racked up £25 million in his own purse is going to lose on the scorecards to a guy who's just made $3 million? Do you think he's going to lose to Marquez? Or do you think Marquez needs to knock him out? Yes, I think Marquez needs to knock him out. And Marquez is 8-1 to win by knockout. 8-1 any round. 8-1. 8-1. That's huge. It's not going to happen. Every single time Manny Pacquiao and Marquez meet, there's controversy. So it's not going to change this time. It's going to be controversial. Not only that, the bookies are onto it, right? 3 days before the fight, and the bookies have not gave the option to bet on the final judgment. If you don't know what that is, that's the bet on majority decision, split decision, unanimous decision. Now, why is that not available? And you're going to say something like, oh, well, they're not doing it for that fight. Why? It's the biggest fight of the weekend. They're not doing it for the other fight. They are. The Gale versus Zuniga is available for final judgment, even though they know that De Gale is probably going to win that one via unanimous decision. So they could end up losing money on De Gale unanimous decision. Okay? Kessler versus McGee, it's available on that. Darren Barker, who's feather-fisted against Kerry Hope, who's only got 1 knockout in about 20-odd wins, is available for final judgment. That means a unanimous decision for Darren Barker would be, well, it'd be better than what he's available just to win. So they could lose money on that too. So why not for the biggest fight of the weekend, which is Manny Vs Marquez? Because the bookies are onto a fix. They think and they are guarding against a fix. Lastly, this is not the fight that people want to see. The fight people wanted to see is Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, and it's still the fight people want to see. Even though Manny Pacquiao lost and they're both on the slide, they still want to see that fight. The only problem is neither of these guys want to make that fight because they both have a sure thing going. Both fighters make loads of money, at least 20 million per fight. Both just know it makes sense just to drain the stupid public who are willing to part with their money for subpar fights. They're just going to keep doing it over and over again. And the only way of taking it away from them is by stopping giving them the money. It wants that a good number of people stop paying pay-per-view. They'll say, we're losing money here. Why is that? Because we're putting forward subpar fights that are not worthy of pay-per-view. They're not worthy of pay-per-view. I'm sorry, Marquez versus Pacquiao, in my opinion, is not worthy of pay-per-view. It's not. It's just not. It's not worthy. So every time that you pay for this fight, you pay for fights like these, just realize you're actually supporting not only Bob Arum, you're supporting the fix. You're moaning about it afterwards. That's even worse. You're moaning about it. It's like you're letting people rob you, and then you're moaning about it and not doing anything about it, and then you're letting it happen again and again and again. So why not do something about it? If you got robbed in the street, you'd either A, not walk that way home, or two, you'd learn some kind of self-defense or carry some kind of concealed weapon. Yeah, and then if it did happen again, you'd have an instant equalizer. You'd have more skill in terms of knowing what to do, or you'd walk a different way home, and you'd just be really, really unlucky if you got robbed by the same person twice. You know, you can't moan about it if you're still putting your money forward. That's what I'm saying to you. So the three reasons why you should not buy this fight is: one, it's not value for money; two, you're going to get a bogus decision anyway; and three, it's not the fight you or the people want. They're the three reasons, and I'm predicting controversy. That's what I'm predicting.